Max here. Yeah, back with another live stream. So if you're watching this back on Facebook or YouTube, smash the like button, subscribe, like, whatever you have to do. Join our new Discord community. The link is below in the description. Yeah, I've listened to all your demos, given you guys some of my free advice. All I can ask for in return as a little thank you is to just go follow all my socials. Pretty simple. If you haven't checked out any of my other videos on the channel, have a click around. There's a lot of live stream demos. Gonna start uploading a lot more educational videos quite soon, so stay tuned. We're gonna start the live stream very, very soon. Here we go.
So it's good to know we spin together. Can take my hand, head to the strand where we watch waves crash to the sunshine. We're all just passing by.
Mic check. Hello everybody. Yeah, we have another big week of demo reviews, guys. So let's get straight into it. Hello. I see Albania Records, man. I don't know. It's not my internet. It must be yours, my friend. So I don't know. Just keep trying to submit and see how we go. Cool, guys. So if you want to have your demo reviewed, just send it to me, Steve Marks Music, on SoundCloud via DM. Hello guys, I see you all there. Yeah, and just like the last few weeks, if you want to sort of skip the line and go straight to the top, so we have a pretty big line this week. Yeah, you can hit the donate button on my SoundCloud page here, and you'll immediately go to the top of the list. So I did receive a donation from Mr. Wilson, so I'm going to find your track, my friend, and we're going to start with you, Wilson. All right, here we go. It's on. Play it through a separate one. Wilson, very good bass line, man. Very good. The kick's good, bass line's good, and the intonation of the bass works very well with the kick. Like, it doesn't sound too empty or anything like that. Really nice, man. I love how you slowly integrated the pads up above, like it's sort of like the choir, like a gospel choir. It's very faint, but it's perfect. Man, love it. Do you know what I think was my favorite bit? Was this bit here. There was like a sort of call and response going on between the two synths that you picked. That's really cool. It sounds like the music is having a conversation there. That's really, really cool. And also, from I guess like a DJ perspective, if I was playing this track near the sort of end, near the outro, there's some sort of like, I know you've tried to switch up the snare drum a bit, but basically around this point in the song, that's when a DJ would be mixing in their next track. So by having any crazy variations in the track here, specifically with the percussion, so like your snare drum, like a good DJ can still like mentally keep the beat, and sort of mentally block out the snare and its sort of new percussive rhythm. But like a beginner DJ, it might throw them off a bit, and they might not want to play it. So something as simple as that can determine whether or not a DJ will play your song. So I like the snare variation, but maybe think about adding it somewhere else in the track, somewhere not near the outro where another DJ is trying to mix in. This type of genre, like trance, there's usually very long introductions and very long outros of songs, so that basically the DJ can blend them both nicely together. But man, you're on the right track. It's every time you submit, man, it's such a solid track. I didn't think anything was too overpowering. Like there was a lot of synths and they all sort of sounded similar, but you didn't overdo it. It was the volumes and everything were perfect. It was mixed very nicely. And everything was in key as well. I remember some of the first few tracks you were sending me many months ago were they would sometimes go out of key in parts. But you've really nailed that down, man. It's harmonically perfect, this track, man. So really well done, man. Thank you for submitting, man. Awesome track again. So good. All right, guys. So yeah, Wilson got his track played early because he donated. So if you guys want to skip the line and donate, just donate on my SoundCloud page and let me know in the chat if you've donated, and then I'll get to your track. So, all right, Night Sky, Arizona Electric Touch Night Sky remix. Oh, it's a new submission. Night Sky, welcome. I'm going to play your track. I'm going to click through your profile and give you some tips on how to fix up your profile if there's anything wrong with it. Let's have a look. From America, cool, man. I like the album art and stuff. Give us some details about yourself, man. Give us your Facebook, Instagram, YouTube channels, whatever you have. Your SoundCloud profile is sort of like your musical CV. Someone told me that once and it's stuck in my brain. Anyway, let's focus on the track. Cheers, Zach. I see that, mate. I'll play you up next. Wow, first drop and first verse, unreal. Really nice. I love the drop, how you've got a few like little interrupted beats. It just makes the song like special. I think it's really cool. Good automation as well with the filter. Really nice. Perfect sort of breakdown here as well. So I was just listening here, there's a snare that you have sort of pitch bend up, and there's another snare that you have that stays sort of like level in terms of pitch. I think that second snare could be slightly out of key to the track, but it's just me trying to find something tiny. It's such a strong track, man. It's mixed perfectly. You've got awesome automation all throughout, and the vocal is really, really nice. You've nailed the perfect balance between a nice delicate moment with your vocal and then a nice aggressive like drop, like high energy, but you've done it perfectly that it doesn't sound disjointed from the sort of beautiful melodic bits either. It's very, very nicely done. Yeah, mate, really, really nice track. As I said, once again, like you found that perfect balance between the delicate vocal and the aggressive drop. It's very, very challenging to do, and I think you've done it very, very nicely. So thank you very much for submitting, man, and cool that we have like new submitters every week. Yeah, just give us some more details about yourself, my friend. Let us know what got you like excited about music. Maybe you've got some musical influences. Just add that to your profile. Because I try and tag you all in an Instagram post each week as well. So man, thanks for submitting. Now Zach, my friend, where are you, Zach? So Zach is skipping the line because he sent a donation, guys. So we're going to check out Zach's. Zach always brings the fire, Zach. So let's hear it. Combat. Did I feel a BPM change there, or was that just me? I'm not sure. Man, it's pretty interesting track at the moment. The what I was gonna say, the intros. It sounds like there's something funky with the kick, like whether it's a slight delay or maybe you've got two kicks that are slightly offset. It sounds like the kicks are kind of crunching or like hitting slightly off beat. But I love these super long like melodic build ups and stuff, and then the bass drop is like insane in the drop. That's like dirty and like super dark underground. This is sort of 4 a.m., 5 a.m. nightclub track that I would play over here in Germany. Then you slowly add in some more familiar elements from the first half of the track. Instead of just having a stripped back dirty drop, you slowly start to sprinkle those familiar elements back in on the second rotation of the drop. So very nicely done. Good variation on the second drop as well. You still have the double bass thing happening here, but I think you've done it intentionally to give the kicks like a bit of a groove. Very hard to do, but maybe that's what you've tried to do. Yeah, man. I mean, it's good. The big melodic build up into that like bass heavy drop was like a bit of a shock, but it set the tone for the rest of the track, and it was very cool that you integrated those familiar sounds in the second rotation of your drop. Even better that you totally switched up the second drops, like new sounds, new elements, new melodies. Really, really cool. It keeps the track interesting for the listener. So, man, sick. I see that down here it says it's been released, so no stress with that. If you want to, man, join my Discord. Free to join, and I have a Spotify section. If you want to, you can, if you post it in the Spotify track links, anyone that posts their track here, guys, in the Spotify links, gets added to the sort of community playlist that we have there. So you don't know what Discord is, it's just like a cool little website that you can hang out on and talk anything you like. There's my channel is specifically about like music production and music promotion. So if you want to promote your own music on there, go for it. Thank you, Wilson. He's just posted the link there in the chat. If anyone wants to join, free to join. Go have some fun. Zach, another good track from you, my friend. Thank you for submitting. Thank you for skipping the line. And yeah. Well, always such a strong start to these streams. All right, rabbits. Let's check out. No, let's not check it out. Rabbit, what have you done, my friend? It looks like it was called Storby. Let's have a stalk on his underwater. No. All right, Mr. Rabbit, if you're in the chat, my friend, let me know. And yeah, send me an updated link, man. Alright, Manifestor. Let's push on. Fresh from studio. Close your eyes and feel the music. Let's do it. Manifestor. Very deep, dark, and mysterious. Like it's definitely matching the album art you've got. Cool, man. Pretty scary stuff. I like the saws you integrated there in the end. It's cool that it's sort of in time for Halloween as well. This sort of creepy sound. Do you know what is super creepy? Is like whispering. I find whispering so creepy. So you could add some whispers and stuff, especially in the very like quiet sections here. You've got these sort of like demonic like sounds that are super scary, but you could have in these parts, you know, like you could whisper into the microphone like, I think somebody's watching us, you know, and you add a heap of reverb on that. And you could have a conversation with yourself, but like you could say like, look over there, and it's only in the left channel. And then on the right channel would be like someone else saying, so it'd be look over there and be like, oh my God, what is it? But all whispering, it'll be super creepy. It'll add another level of like scariness to your track, I think. In terms of sound design, like all the stuff's pretty good. Like maybe instead of having a continuous beat throughout the whole sort of like the melody section sort of from this big sort of progression that rolls on, I'd maybe have some cuts in there where you could have like the music going wah, 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 and then stop, and then just a scream like ah, and then it keeps going, like sort of cut it up a bit. But cool, man. I'm reading here, like I know it's just an idea. It took you a few hours to make that, so man, keep pursuing that. It could be a cool little track that maybe some people can play at Halloween parties, which is coming up on the 31st of October. Thanks, man. Another good track from Manifestor. All right, we're going to push on to X Titan. So let's check out Us, original mix from X Titan. Okay, so just in those 4 bars there, I could hear a sound that was going like dong, 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 dong. Dong, dong, dong. So that sound that is like playing on loop, the dong, 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 it's slightly out of keys. You need to pitch it up a bit so that it's dong, 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 so that it's in key with the rest of the track, if that makes sense. And again with that sound, dung, 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 it should be up a bit. Dung, 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 dung. Yeah, man, it's going places. What I will recommend as well is you integrate. Where was it? No, it was here. So this snare that you integrate here around this section, around 39 seconds, it's a little bit too loud for that moment in the song. So maybe you could have that a little bit lower and slowly bring it up under automation as the energy builds there. But man, I can hear a lot of things going on there, which is good. You've got a lot of effects, and you've got this cool, I love this sound. You bring in this like aggressive drive here. That's a very like fun sound to dance with on the dance floor. So man, I really dig it. X Titan, I think you're like quite new to music production, I think as well. I remember. Yeah, man, this is unbelievable. If you're just sort of just starting in music production, man, you should be like very proud of yourself, because where you're at the moment for a beginner is very, very good, man. So keep going, just keep making music, keep putting it out there, and yeah, you'll notice yourself getting better and better as the days go on. Thank you for submitting, man. All right, Green Mamba, Sweat. Let's check this out. Okay, Green Mamba. So straight away, I feel like the similar sort of tone throughout, which is fine because that's what tech house music is. It's usually pretty basic, pretty safe all the way throughout. Nothing too crazy happens. You've picked good like vocal chops to use in there, but you can play around with them a lot more. Instead of having the same vocal chop all the way throughout, there's sound. Play around with the pitch of it so that you can have like a really high sound, a really low sound, and then it sounds like different things are going on. Yeah, and it'll just give the track a bit more variation because tech house is very in the box, but you want to play around with what you have. It's nice. I agree with the comments. Like it's nice and minimal, and it's a good idea. But yeah, I would maybe add maybe one or two, whether it's a percussive like cowbell or something, or whether it's some shakers or something like that. And definitely play around with the vocal as well. So any audio track vocal you have, play around with that. Have some fun. Yeah, man, it's a good start. A few more elements, and I think it will be a nice little sort of tech house track there, man. So keep it up, keep making music. Yeah, I mean it's good. And I'm just flicking through your profile. You've been making music for a little while, so man, keep going, keep going. Thank you for submitting, man. Let's continue with Mr. Ryan Christopher. This is a Afrojack. This is a Spinnin' Records remix contest entry. So let's have a listen.
Late at night, when you're out doing your thing, do I cross your mind? Am I still someone you need when you close your eyes? Is it only me you see? 'Cause you and I, that's my favorite memory. All the wrong moves, but I can't go home. All the right feels, I'm not ready to show. Crowded room, but I feel so alone. You should be here, you should be here.
I like the sound design. I do notice that the vocal in some parts drifts slightly off, which isn't the biggest deal. It's not that bad, but that's something that Spinnin' Records would hear instantly. So when you guys are submitting to Spinnin' Records remix contest, really focus on getting that vocal perfectly lined up. Also, there was one other thing. Where was it? That's the other thing. So your melody is really strong, really good. What I can, recommend is keep making melodies like that. You have notes that land off the beat, which is good. It gives the track some bounce, which a lot of producers struggle to sort of achieve. So well done for like creating that sort of bounce with where you're placing your notes. Really nice.
I have dreams about a future future that you're starring in. Don't think I'll ever be used to being just a friend. Underestimated what it takes to start again. To start again. Oh.
Yeah, man, it's a good remix. I don't know the original, but I'm sure over the coming streams I will know it very well because I usually get a lot of these to review. Usually they're already entered in the contest, so I can't really, like, any advice I give, it's sort of too late because you guys have already entered it. But man, very good rhythmic melody, very nice. Yeah, just like maybe because I'm not familiar with the original, but it sounds like in parts the vocal drifts out of sync with the beat. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but yeah, really good. Nothing wrong with any of the sound design. It all sounds really nice. Yeah, not a bad entry. Let's quickly make sure if you're on my Discord, man, to add it to the Spinnin' Records tab. I'll log in, blah blah blah. I'll give you a vote. There you go. Nice remix. Boom. There you go, my friend. I voted for you. Good luck. And yeah, thanks for submitting. All right, Mr. Zach. Let's check out Body Funk. Zach Bennett and David Egg. Here we go. Some unusual sounds already. Nice tight percussion as well. Nice. Really nice, man. I'm glad that that kick happened because I was a little worried here on the intro. I thought maybe that's the kick you picked, but nicely done. So, Zach, what I love about this as well is you've used white noise as a percussive element. So, I was explaining this to one of my students this week. Is white noise is very often used by producers like us as like a sweep up or a sweep down, but you can also have white noise that's just static. It's not going up in frequency, it's not going down in frequency, it's staying the same. And what Zach's done here is he's used the white noise in certain parts, cut it in and out, and it's sort of like an addition to the percussion of the track, which is very, very underutilized these days. So guys, like, think about that. That's something else you can add to your production, to give it a point of difference. Another track that I thought of that does this perfectly is one of the newer tracks from Mesto and Oliver Heldens called Goat, and they use white noise very, very nicely in their drops as a percussive element, just like Zach has done here as well. So nice work, Mr. Zach. Also, Usagi Collect. Yes, my friend, I'm giving feedback. So if you have a track, send it in. You can see here on the screen where to send it to my SoundCloud. Nice. Sensing like a Melbourne Bounce beat or something like that. Really nice, man. I love the variation on the drop. So it's the second drop is different to the first, which is so important to do, guys. Otherwise, your song is just a literal copy and paste. So nicely done, Zach, with the drop variation as well. And your percussion is so tight, like in a good way. It's very, very nice. Sounds neat and controlled. And then that's the first white noise sweep I've heard in the whole track. So really, really nicely done with the white noise throughout. Yeah, man, sick track. This needs to be mix mastered. So I would send it to a mastering engineer and get it mixed and mastered, because it's sounding very, very nice. And those guys are magicians at making music sound sick. So yeah, I think you're a member of my Discord, Zach. I'm not sure, but there is a section where I've listed my mix mastering engineer. Where is it? Mix master. So if you click on this link, that's the dude that I use, and he loves his job, and he does like very good results. So if you're interested in like getting it mixed, let me know. Mention my name, and I think if I get like 10 people that mix through him, I get like a discount on my next, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, and then if you want to, send it to some labels, man. Definitely, people would be interested in that for sure. Very, very solid track, man. Thank you for submitting. Thank you for skipping the line as well, man. You're keeping the beer coming. So what I mean by that, guys, if you've just joined us, hello. I'm reviewing your demos, so send them here by DM. Only can be done on a laptop, guys, via SoundCloud. And yeah, I review your demos. I try and give you some positive feedback, because there's many people that do these live streams, but it's all about like negativity, and like people are so harsh. So I'm here to like nurture and encourage you guys. So yeah, like let's keep rolling. So S143, let's get into future legends. Mr. S143, I see you in the comments. Do you know what I love about this? This is a perfect example of a track that has the full sort of frequency spectrum catered for. So you've got this really tinkly lead that's happening up in the high frequencies. Then all your chords are sitting perfectly in the mid section, and then you've got like this bass line that's very thick and very constant, and it gives the perfect sort of spectral spread, I guess you would call it. So you can hear the chords that are going bam, bam, and then you got the lead doing da, 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 and the bass line that's thick and strong down the bottom. I'm trying to detect if there's a side chain on your sub bass because it sounds very constant. If you add a side chain to your sub bass, it'll create this sort of like pulsing sound, and it'll drive your track a bit stronger. So if you haven't got a side chain on your sub bass, definitely add one. And then this percussive bit that comes in, I think you need to EQ this, EQ that drummer bit, the new one that you've integrated on the second half of the drop, because it sounds like it has a lot of low frequencies that are sort of drifting through, and it's killing off things like your kick and your bass line. So just cut off some of the low frequencies of that new percussion that you've added. And you might notice that it sounds a lot clearer in the mix. Some of these vocal chops are a little out of key. They sound a little bit too sharp, so maybe drop them down a semitone, maybe 2 semitones, I'm not sure. The low one, the doop doop, sounds okay. Actually, no, there's various pitches there, so make sure you get the tone right to fit in with your track, and let's hear that second drop. I did hear a side chain on your sub bass. Make the side chain a little wider so that it gives more pulse to the bass line. It's kind of sitting, if this is your kick and this is your bass line like this, you've got a side chain that goes very sharp. I would make the side chain a little more gradual so that you really define the kick and it gives more pulse to the bass line. That will drive your track nicely. Man, really, really nice. I enjoyed that one. That's good. It's still stuck in my head. Guys, we're getting through the tracks. Not too bad today. So what I am going to do is just pick a random track. Let's go with Acrobass, my friend. I see you've submitted Pull Up without vocals. Let's have a listen, my friend. I like this sort of, I'm not sure like what it is, if it's like a flute or something, or I don't know, it sounds cool. It works very nicely with the track. And the drop, man, it's sick. It perfectly fits the build up and everything. Really, really nice. Yeah, I'm just listening to your 808 kicks there. They just sounded a little out of key, but I think you've intentionally done that. I'm just trying to hear the same bass pattern throughout. Maybe from this drip. But to me, the 808 kick sounds a little too high in pitch. If I was doing the first 808s, maybe the chord progression you have here, I would use those notes. So like the key note I would use for your 808 kicks in this first rotation. Then if you want to switch it up to the sort of, I know what you've done, you've used like a different sort of octave, not octave, you've used like a harmonic kick that's not the sort of root note. So I would stick with these chords here, those bass notes for these 808 notes here, because it sounds a little too and then I would maybe drop into what you've got now. Yeah. Dig the percussion, man. Also, guys, I see you on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Hello. Hi. If you're watching on YouTube, give the video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, smash the subscribe button. I had a goal of getting to 300 subscribers by the end of the year. I've already smashed it. We're at about 302. So maybe, just maybe, I'm thinking of pitching up my goal to maybe get to like 333 by the end of the year. I don't know. For anyone who's not following me on Instagram, I set a whole bunch of goals to try and achieve by the end of the year, and they all had something to do with the number 3. So I aim to get to 300 subscribers. I've done that, and I thought, well, it's only October. Maybe I can aim for 333. So fingers crossed. Let's see. Also, if you're on Twitch, I learned something. You can do like a clip of Twitch or something. I don't know. I saw them on my profile, but I never knew that. So if I'm reviewing your track and you're on Twitch, make sure you clip the segment or something. I don't know what the terminology is, but if you're on Twitch, hello, I see you guys there as well. All right, Acrobats, let's continue. Nice, really nice, man. Man, you've really nailed the bass drops, man. You've got this sick energy that, like, all the notes sort of roll on. Really, really nicely done. Man, it's a good track. Man, it's nice. I like that. Not too much to sort of recommend to fix or like to improve on, because it's so strong already. The only thing that threw me was the pitch of the 808s, and I just read there that it was a sample. So if that was a sample, maybe you could drag like an 808 kick into a sampler, and then you can adjust the pitch to how you want it. Sick. Thanks for submitting, man. Nice. Another solid track. All right, guys, let's get back into the line. So, Aryan Jolly. Okay, so it looks like I reviewed this a little while ago, and he's sending it back in for another review. So let's check it out. Maybe I remember it, maybe I don't.
Tell me what's the use to say I'm your ally when I'm your enemy. I got love for you, but I just don't have the energy.
Yes, I remember this track. Yes, and now I'm just reading the comment. Yes, the sub bass. and you've changed the vocal. Okay, cool. Yeah, the sub bass used to go down too low, man, and this is much better. I hope you can hear it as well. Much better.
What's there to hold on to? I'm ready to let go. No matter what I do, you won't approve. I'm ready to let go and just throw up my hands and walk away. I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to let go.
Nice, man. I like that you have that sort of really high riser in the second half of the drop. I would also add another element in there, add some air, so something up the top, some white noise, or just a pad that kind of just goes dang dang dang, something like that, but really high octave. But yeah, I really like where you've taken the track. I just quickly checked to see. Yeah, I understand you've changed the vocal. It's also a different name. Slusher used that other vocal, so now you've got this one. Really, really cool, man. I'm liking this.
My sorrow's the product of games that you play when nobody wins in the end. Wish there was something to stop me from walking away. I feel like I'm losing a friend. Tell me what's the use to say I'm your ally when I'm your enemy. I got love for you, but I just don't have the energy. I'm ready to let go. What's there to hold on to? I'm ready to let go. No matter what I do, you won't approve. I'm ready to let go and just throw up my hands and walk away. I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to let go. What's there to hold on to? I'm ready to let go. No matter what I do, you won't approve. I'm ready to let go. What's there to hold on to? I'm ready to let go. No matter what I do, you won't approve. I'm ready to let go.
Yeah, so Aryan, man, this is a really nice track, man. It's sort of like a pop track. Like this is sort of like the radio sound. It's big, it's happy, and it's proud. Same advice to you as a few tracks ago. If you want this mix mastered, let me know. There's a guy on my Discord that does this stuff very cheap and very, very professionally. And then you can pitch this track to record labels. Really, it's that strong. Really, really nice. I'm glad you sent it back. It was good to hear the sub bass not going too low. And I feel like this vocal is so much more emotive. Like it's talking about like, oh, I'm ready to let go. It sounds like the end of a relationship, which I think, yeah, in this current sort of stage in life, many people can relate to like breakups and things like that. So I think that's a pretty like has the possibility of becoming like a successful track. Thank you for submitting, man. Guys, we still have a heap of tracks to get through, so if anyone wants to skip the line, you can do so by going to my SoundCloud and just smashing the donate button. Let me know in the chat if you've donated, and then yeah, you skip the line and I'll review your track instantly. So Shady Pandas, let's check this out. Last Life. What I'm liking about this already is that you've got a slight detune on a lot of elements, and it's good. It gives this sort of warped sound to the track. It's really, really interesting. And like you guys, you're like, so Shady Pandas is similar to Wilson. You guys always try these weird, wacky things, and it's really, really cool to hear them each week. So keep up the weird sort of stuff. I like it. You've also got really good, like, so this new sort of electric guitar sound you've introduced, it's good because it gels with the track perfectly, and I can hear the other elements you recently took away. I can hear them slowly being introduced again under like a sort of filter slowly being released. So really, really cool. Yeah, guys, I dig it. Like, maybe it's very. It sounds like a very digital track. Like, um, I guess that's the vibe you're going for, judging by like my listening history of you guys, and you have this cool like persona through your music of being very like digital and very alternative. And it'd be cool if you either played a little more on the digital sort of direction of your track by adding like a digitized vocal. That could be cool in parts. Or you could humanize it a little bit by adding a human vocal to it. It doesn't have to be words, it can just be like some oohs and ahs in parts. And it might just sort of add that extra layer of sort of, magic dust onto the track, just to make it that one step better. But yeah, cool track again, guys. You guys usually like submit these. You're usually like the sort of the tracks that stand out from the stream because you're sort of so different to the norm. You're not producing, chart EDM tracks. You're producing these like quirky underground stuff, and it's really, really cool that you're exploring that sort of direction of music. So really, really cool. Thanks for submitting, guys. All right, we're going to push on to Miro. And Miro has a track. which is no longer there. Come on, Miro. Gonna hit refresh and see if Miro's track appears. Oh no, Miro. So Mr. Miro is another, I'm just taking note, is a broken link. Guys, you wait in line this long and then you miss your chance. So Miro, if you're in the chat, let me know. Also, Rabbit, you missed out as well. So if you're in the chat, let me know. Send me a new link and I'll hear your track. Also, if you don't want to sit around waiting to hear your track, you can donate and you'll immediately go to the top of the line. All right, Bits and what is it? Critison? Let's check this out. Hype. Nice with the panning. I can hear that. It's cool. Okay, Bix, I hope you're still in the chat. I saw you chatting before. What I really like is the intro, really that sound. I don't know what it is. It's some sort of guitar. But literally I closed my eyes. I felt like I was in like a massage parlor or something. It was super chill, like super relaxing. And then you built up the intensity really nicely. So the sort of guitar that you have going here, sort of looping all throughout, what I would do is I would cut that sound off here, because you've introduced a new sound that's going to become the star of the track. So if you cut off that if you cut off that from this point on, you reintroduce that sound here, exactly what you've done. I think that would give a bit more, it would give the track a bit more depth, because at the moment it's the same sound playing from start all the way up to here. So I would maybe cut it out in that section where you introduce that new, the new synth sound. Good percussion variation as well. Good. So this section is like this bit here. What sounds a little abrupt is the introduction of this new organ here in this section. So maybe if you had it starting sooner, so like this part of the track, but don't have it start at full volume, slowly bring it in so that it eases into the track. Because at the moment it just starts from here. So that sound is foreign to the track at the moment. So if you slowly integrate it before it actually hits and has its moment, it doesn't sound too out of place from the track because it's already familiar in the listener's ear. And also this new sound that you've integrated, it's like an organ, it's strong. I would have that sound also running through this bit starting now. I'd layer that on top of this, so your second drop has a totally new sound added on top, and I think that will give the track a lot more depth again. Let's keep going. Cool, so I like how you went double time here near the end as well. That was cool. Maybe it could have dropped back into the original sort of half beat. There's the same beat you had here. Maybe. So instead of having it constant, you maybe have like 2 rotations of that, and then you drop back into the slow beat. Here you've taken it out, so maybe if you have it from this section onwards. Man, cool track. I like that. Cool. I've given you some tips. Maybe I see it's only 4 days old. You've got 30 plays and 3 likes, so not much of a big deal if you do choose to take it down, edit it, and put it back up because it's early days. But yeah, man, nice track. Guys, we've got a few more to get through. I have about 1 hour left before I end the stream. So if you really want to hear your track, you want to hear it next, you can hit the donate button on my page and you will get put to the top of the list. Let's hear KDJ, End of the World. So the tone, you've got the dun, dun. It's good here because it's in small doses. 2, 3, 4. From that first drop, if you listen to that sound, it sort of sounds like I don't know, like an aggressive snake or something. Let's say it's out of key to your bass line. You've got this strong bass line in this kick, but it's it's too sharp for the bass line. So what you need to do is cut that sound out and drop it down maybe 1 or 2 semitones, and then it will be in key with everything else. And when you drop that sound down, it will go down a few notes, but you'll notice by dropping it down a few notes, it will be so much more aggressive too. And when you hit the note that's perfectly in key with everything else, it will just gel the track together really nicely. I liked how you played around with the kick drum as well. You had different sort of intonations of the kick drum as well. Play around with that main aggressive sound you've got as well. Maybe make it tonal. Change notes every now and then to make the sound not so overused, if that makes sense. If you give it some variation, it doesn't sound so the same all the way through. Good work on the percussion. I'm liking this breakdown as well. I'm hearing new elements come in and they're all sounding good. It's good, man. It's so aggressive, like, and if you also play around with that, give it some variation, it won't sound so the same throughout, and it's good, man. It's such an aggressive sound. I love it. Yeah, man, sick track. Yeah, I hope you play around a little bit more with that. It's kind of cool. I like it. It's very aggressive. We've had a few aggressive tracks this stream as well. So yeah, man, nice. We're gonna push on to I guess 7 now. I guess that's how you say it. Leave my track Stranding Kids. Stranding Kids. Alright, let's check this out. Also, man, thanks for submitting. I'm your 888th follower on SoundCloud. How cool for you. 7 now. What I'm hearing in your track is you've got a super strong sub bass, but you don't have any mid bass. So for instance, if you were to play your song on a smartphone speaker, you wouldn't hear any of the bass lines. It's all in the sub frequencies. So definitely add like a mid bass to your track, and then you'll sort of fill out that low end. Because I feel like what you've tried to do is the chords you have for the body of your track, they have a lot of low end, and I feel like you're trying to give some bass frequencies from your chords, which is creating this sort of muddy effect. So if you have your chords sitting in the middle of the track, EQ out the bass frequencies, or some of the bass frequencies, add a mid bass, you'll find that it will sound a lot more equalized, a lot more clear, and not so muddy. Yeah, I dig that. That's cool, man. Yeah, the melody is sort of the same throughout. I like this sort of, like, I don't know what you call it, like the bird call, the da 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 da. That's a cool sound. So it's nice. It works well throughout. Yeah, the only thing, it lacks some low end. So get that low end stronger, and you'll notice your tracks will really start to kick, man. Really nice. You've got a really good understanding of sound design. All your samples were in key, and all your chords and everything were also melodically like correct. Nothing was out of key or crazy, or no like disharmonics in there either. So nice track, man. All right, compliance. I finally am saying your name right. Let's check this out. The Jack Harlow What's Poppin' Compliant remix. Let's have a listen.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that bitch like Stockton. Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad bitch in the friend zone. This shit.
Sorry to interrupt your track, Compliant. Hey Charlie, I see you're submitting the remix. Guys, yeah, there's 3 days left in my remix competition of Legacy. So for anyone who hasn't entered yet, you can do so. All the links are on my Discord. If you don't know the link to submit, I will put it in the chat very soon. Let's continue with Compliant.
Sound like an intro.
Compliant.
That song, give me that tempo. So cool, he a fool with the shit. Told her, don't let her friends know. In the building, I move like a dime. Eating fettuccine at Vincenzo's. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that bitch like Stockton. Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. What's poppin'?
Man, this is big. This is big. I love the lead, the really high lead. There are some harsh frequencies, like in the super high frequencies, But don't worry about that. So that's fine.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that bitch like Stockton. Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. What's poppin'?
I 100% agree. DJ Snake. It's such the DJ Snake sound. It's so good.
What's poppin'?
Man, that was big. Yeah, bird machine. Man, I can't really give too much like negative feedback because it's like pretty good. Just the high frequencies, man. That's it. The lead that you have. There are some harsh frequencies up in the sort of 10-20,000 hertz section that's sort of like, it's not bad, but it's just a little harsh on the ears. Especially if like you're listening like this, like really concentrating and you've got like really loud headphones on. Man, it's big. I dig the vocal as well. Like it sort of fits the vibe of the track. And yeah, nice, man. It's definitely high energy. So nicely done. Really nice. Now, for those guys asking about the DJ, the remix contest, sorry. So, the label that I released this track on, Legacy, they are running a remix contest that myself, my vocalist Rika, and the label, we are all sort of going to collaborate and we're going to listen to all the entries. And what we are going to do is we're going to try and do it through a live stream, so we will update you and let you know when that might be. But yeah, if you want to submit, guys, you can head to my YouTube channel, which most of you are watching on now. Hello. If you haven't smashed the like button, just smash it already for the live stream, and subscribe if you haven't. Yeah, if you want to enter the remix contest, find this video. It just says remix contest, 3 days to go. Here you can click on the link, and in this link you can find two main buttons. So one's the stems, so you can download things like the vocals and all the MIDI notes for building your remix, and then you need to submit your remix through that same link. So here where it says submit remix, you click on that and you sort of fill out the form. Pretty easy. Yeah, I started building a video clip for Legacy. If anyone hasn't seen it yet, this is what I've come up with so far. So yeah, so if you want to submit, as I said, guys, the link is here to download the stems, so your vocals, your MIDI clips, and then submit again through the same link. 3 days left, so if you want to enter, go hard, go fast. All right, guys, we are getting towards the last sort of 10 or so sort of demos. So thank you for your patience and chilling with us. We're going to listen to, it's Trattino Ragazzo. So, man, first time submitting. Thank you for submitting. Yeah, let's have a listen to your track, and I'll also have a look at your SoundCloud profile and give you any advice on how to update it. Let's have a listen. Okay, so Trattino Ragazzo. What it sounds like is you're having some issues with the low frequencies. So you've got a kick, which is, the kick is good, but what is happening is your kick drum is clashing with your bass line. So what you need to do is, if you have your frequency spectrum, your kick will always be hitting in the low section. So like here. Oh, let me get my hands right. So here. And what you want to do is you want to have your bass line sort of happening here. So you need to create an EQ on your bass line that cuts out and gives the kick some space to sort of breathe. Because at the moment they're both occupying the same frequency. So when the kick tries to happen, the bass line's already there and it can't push through. It's sort of doing this. It's just getting it's clashing with the bass line. So if you, instead of having your bass line coming all the way into the kick drum frequency, what you want to do is EQ that up a bit, so there's less bass frequencies in the super low sub bass region, and then your kick can sort of push through. So you want to sort of cut your bass line back to about 100 hertz so that your kick is sitting below 100 hertz and sort of punching through as well. Give it a little boost in the EQ of your kick as well. Okay, we have some super long, like sort of loops going on in this track, so I am going to skip through because it's about 5.5 minutes, so apologies for that, but it's all sounding the same. There's some variation here, let's have a listen. Yeah, cool, man. So you've got a pretty good like loop there. And the sort of the loop that you've built, it's memorable, so it sticks in your ears. We call it in Germany an earworm. Yeah, man, all I can recommend to you, man, is to keep making music. You've been making music for a while now, about 7 months, I can see. Also, bro, give us some more details about yourself. Let us know where you're from. So normally up here it says country. And also you've got here Future House. That's cool, man. So maybe you'd like people like Mesto, Mike Williams, Don Diablo, people like that. Let us know in the comments section here, man. Give us some information about you. Let us know your Facebook, your Instagram, your YouTube channel if you have it, because we want to follow everything that you have, you know, like we want to help each other grow. So yeah, thanks for the song, man. Thanks for submitting. And yeah, give us some more details on your profile. Let's get into Y45H. No, yeah, here we go. Heat. Let's have a listen. So there were some notes here which were slightly out of key. Just in that section there. Okay, it sort of works. It sounds slightly like the chords you selected are sort of sharp from each other, but it's sounding okay. So let's run with it. Okay, man, so the chords sort of work in the drop. The chords work just in the sort of melodic bits that you have here. That bit there, you can hear. So it's like there's two notes that aren't sitting well together, and that happens a few times in the track, a few times in the introduction, a few times here, and a few times here near the end. Yeah, but man, it's the overall idea is good. If you fix up those subtle like disharmonics, you'll find that it'll sound a lot more like prettier to the ears, man. So keep making music, man. You only learn by doing. So thanks for submitting, man, once again. And yeah, hope to hear some more tracks from you in the future. All right, let's get into Harsh. Feel It. Let's have a listen to this one. Okay, Harsh, I can hear a sub bass in there and it's very, very low. So I would bring your whole sub bass up 1 octave, definitely, so that they can be heard through sort of like AirPods and things, you know, like little earphones you put in. Because think about the world's population. Most people would listen to music through the little what are they called? Earpods or AirPods. I estimate maybe 20% of the population would listen to music on something like this, and on this you can just hear it. So you need to bring it up an octave so it can be heard clearly on something like this, and also clearly on something like your little earphones. Nice, man. That drop was super good, like super happy, and super like it had great energy through it. So really, really nicely done. I forgot to tell you guys. So I always like spread positivity for you guys, and you guys love it. You always give me like thumbs up and positive comments. I must have given someone a bad comment because in the last week I've got a hater. So someone has gone through all my YouTube videos and hit dislike on many of them. So yeah, some people, hey, it was funny for me because I love that you guys you appreciate what I do for you. So in return, all you guys have to do is smash the like button on my videos. Pretty simple for you, and it just gives me a little smile. But some guy obviously wasn't happy with the free review I gave him. And he started to go through and dislike all my videos. So not too fun for me, but hey, some people in this world just want to see it burn. All right, Harsh, let's keep going. I really like this, man. It's good. I like how like happy and bright it is. It really builds up to that drop, and the drop is so like happy and positive, and like I imagine someone like Martin Garrix like running around on a beach with a dog and like having fun, you know. That's the emotion I get from that. It's really, really cool. Also, the sub bass in the drop, it seems to be higher, so like you can hear it a lot clearer. Really, really nice, man. Just having the sub bass up an octave, it gives the track that strong bass to sit on. If you don't have that sub bass there and that bass line, it's sort of nothing's happening down there. So really nicely done. Yeah, I really like this, man. Nice, really nicely done. Really nice. You know, it's funny, I just read your comment here as well. A future house track with a kind of chill verse and a powerful drop. It's so true. Your verse and your intro is like nice and sort of like just relaxing, like just doing its thing. And then the drop hits, it's like, whoa, here we go. Like really, really cool, man. Love it, love it, love it. All right, we are pushing on. So we have a few more to go. So we've just done Harsh. We have DJ Flyman in Dar House. Let's check out Melodic Addiction, the original mix. Nice, Mr. Flyman. I dig this. I like the energy in the drop. So you've got you basically have four chords that are happening on a loop, and it sounds like you're. Let me do this right. So hang on. Your first chord and your second chord are good, and it sounds like your third chord is out of key, but it's not. It's just like a sharp chord. I would try with this one. I would try swapping the fourth chord with the third chord, and what you might find is in terms of the chord progression, you kind of go like major, 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 and then like a sort of sharp, and it might flow a bit better, because at the moment melodically it sounds like, yeah, nice chord, yeah, nice chord, oh, strange chord, ah, okay, a nice chord. So maybe add that third chord of each bar, try swapping with the final chord of each bar and see how it sounds, because something, I don't know what yet, because I've only listened to a little bit, but something sounds a little out. Only something little. I know what it is now, man. Okay, so forget what I said before. The if you treat your song like an 8-bar song, okay? At the moment you have 4 chords that repeat over and over and over, and the 4th chord is sharp and it needs to drop back down 1 note. So whatever it's on, take it off the sharp and put it back down just 1 note, and then it will be in key with everything else. But what you can do is you only adjust that on the first rotation, and then for bar 5, 6, 7, 8, leave that sharp chord for your 8th beat. So you'll have sort of 4 chords that are all harmonic, and then on the sort of second rotation you have the same 3 chords, but then the 4th chord will be the weird sounding one, the sharp one, and then what you'll have is like an 8-bar loop that finishes on a sharp. So then it kind of finishes on like a da, and then you drop back into the sort of the safe framework of the track. But what I will say, DJ Flyman, is I remember some of your tracks from previous weeks. You tended to have, I think it was you tended to have a problem with your high frequencies being too loud. You've done this really nicely now. The high frequencies not killing the listener's ears, which is really good. So it's good that I'm very certain it was you. I'm like 90% sure it was you that I gave that feedback to. So well done on the high end. Yeah, man, cool track. It's got potential. I think if you fix that sort of disharmonic that happens on every 4th note, so basically just adjust every 4th note, leave the 8th how it is, then adjust the 12th, leave the 16th. I think it will all start to sound a little more connected and in key. So thank you for submitting, man. Guys, we're getting some more submissions. I've only got about 40 minutes left. So if we don't get any more submissions coming in, I should get through them all. If you're impatient and you want to hear your track reviewed now, you can hit the donate button on my SoundCloud page. Let me know in the chat that you've donated, and then I'll listen to your track instantly and give you some feedback. So, all right, Acrobas, we're doing track number 2 for you, my friend. And we have Hasley Colors, the Acrobas remix. Let's check this out.
Your little brother never tells you, but he loves you so. You said your mother only smiled on her TV show. You're only happy when your sorry head is filled with dope. I hope you make it to the day you're 28 years old. You're dripping like a saturated sunrise. You're spilling like an overflowing sink. You're ripped at every edge, but you're a masterpiece. And now you're tearing through the pages and the ink. Everything is blue, his pills, his hands, his jeans. And now I'm covered in the colors, pulled apart at the seams. And it's blue, and it's blue. And it's blue, and it's blue.
I was just focusing on the bass line when the drop hit, and it sounds like the bass shifts down, which I tried this in one of my tracks and I didn't like it because it sounded like it was out of key when I wasn't making it out of key. I was just dropping it down a few notes. I know you've done the same thing and it sounds out of key, but I need to train my ears to understand it. And let's play out the rest of the track and see if it works, because I think it sounds funny because in your verse you've got your bass line just goes dun dun. There's only two notes playing, and then when the drop happens, you drop down to that sort of a note that should be or could be in your regular progression, but you've chosen to just alternate between two notes. So that's why it sounded a little funny to me on the first listen. It does make sense though.
And now he's so devoid of color, he don't know what it means. And he's blue, and he's blue. You were red, and you liked me because I was blue. But you touched me, and suddenly I was a lilac sky. And you decided purple just wasn't for you. Everything is blue, his pills, his hands, his jeans. And now I'm covered in the colors, pull apart at the seams. And it's blue, and it's blue. Everything is gray, his hair, his smoke, his dreams. And now he's so devoid of color, he don't know what it means. And he's blue, and he's blue.
Yeah, man, I don't mind it. Yeah. It's up to you how you take this. Like it like technically it makes harmonic sense to do what you've done, but just because the track never hits that bass note until the drop, that's why it sounds a little off. So perhaps maybe in your verse, instead of alternating between like note A, B, and back to A, maybe go A, B, C, A, or something like that. Like alternate between three notes, because then eventually you'll start touching that bass note that gets integrated in the first beat of the drop, and then it won't sound so different. That makes sense? I hope it makes sense. Yeah, but also I heard some panning of samples as well, like some percussions happening in the left ear and some in the right, and some like slightly off center. That's good. Gave the track some width and stuff. So nicely done, man. Really, really cool. All right. Party Chow. Let's check this out. Wish You Were Here remix. Also, guys, so I'm finishing up today at about 9. I'm going to try and finish at 9:30. So yeah, if you think you're going to miss an 8 button, and I'll listen to your track next. But stick around if you're hanging around, because I will announce the weekly winner as well of my free sort of one-on-one. So each week, guys, everyone that submits goes into the running to win a free 1 hour where we can talk about anything you like over Zoom. So we can talk about music production, we can talk about the weather, we can talk about social media strategies, live streaming, whatever you like, guys, whatever you like. Stick around for that. It's drawn at random as well, by my trusty friend on my mobile phone, Siri. So let's have a listen to Partib Chow, Wish You Were Here remix. Hey Partib, I dig this, man. This is good. It's got good energy, really, like really, really good. Um, what I would do, my friend, so I would um, focus on each element in your track. Imagine that it is its own instrument, right? So you need to make sure that those instruments aren't clashing. So what it sounds like when your drop hits, it sounds like a lot of your drums lose their intensity. Your kick and your hi-hats especially, and your clap or like your snap, it sort of disappears in the mix because you have all these other elements doing their thing, okay, which is fine. They have to do their thing. They need their space. So you need to space these different instruments out in a room so that they all play the music, okay? So how we do that is with equalizing, or in like music production, we say EQing. So what you need to do is you need to get each element and you basically need to control it. So you need to put an EQ on something. When you drag an EQ onto your each sort of track in your song, in your production software, the EQ will always be a flat line. And what you need to do is you need to sort of EQ things, close off the frequencies on the high end, the really high like sort of sound that hurts your ears, and the low end as well. What it sounds like with your track is you may or may not have EQ'd anything, equalized anything, and what that's doing is the sound that you hear, and I had this problem for many years. I could hear the sound and I'm like, yeah, that sounds good, but what I didn't realize is that a sound, it's not just, if I'm going to use this my box here as the frequency window. Whoop, let's get it right. So you might hear a sound like your clap, which sounds like it's happening here. It sounds like it's just going clap, clap. But what's actually happening is that sample has a peak there where it is its frequency, but it also has a really big tail that goes all the way down into the bass frequencies, and some that goes into the high frequencies. So what you need to do is get your EQ, and you need to sort of enclose that sound within that frequency range. And what you'll find is when you do that with each element, and you sort of give it its own space on the frequency spectrum. So you want your bass down low, your kick drum down really low, your bass down low, and then the body of your track, so your chords and everything sort of in the middle frequencies. Make sure your chords don't have any low frequencies filtering through, because then that will clash with your bass line. And then your drums, you need to give that a spike in the EQ as well, so that it cuts through the mix. You've got really good, this is a really good track. It has so much potential. It just needs to be mixed correctly. So if you want any help with that, man, you can chat on the Discord and ask people for help. For anyone listening who's interested in private lessons as well, I do tutoring, private tutoring for music production as well. I have some students from America and also from India, and one dude from Australia as well. So my sort of class is growing, which is fun for me because I get some money. But yeah, they are learning each week, each day, whenever they dial in. And I teach them things like this, like EQing, percussion and things like that. You have very good sound design and very good understanding of rhythm in your tracks as well. Also, this is what I was going to say. This sound that you have, right? This one. Oh, not there. This sound. That sound that you just introduced there. That sound would be really cool if you had reverb on it. So maybe 4 seconds worth of reverb to give it a nice tail. Then you'll have that sort of mesto whistle sound, which is really, really cool. But also you need to trim off some of the high frequencies, because there are some high frequencies coming through that are sort of damaging my ears. Not too badly, but it's just in speaking about equalizing your music, you need to trim off some of those high frequencies, definitely. Man, really, really nice. Really, really nice. Gave you heaps of feedback throughout, man. So really, really good job. Okay, my mouth official portal gun. Let's check this out. We probably have room for like 1 or 2 more demos, guys. Nice. I'm really glad that sort of vocal melody came in, because the track was sort of missing something and you brought it in at the perfect time. Really nicely done. I like how you've mixed some sounds on either ear, which is good. So it gives the track some width. And yeah, as I said before, I really like that new melody that you integrated. These new sounds you've integrated as well sound really cool. They're really edgy, really gritty, really dirty. Like it suits the track. Okay guys, and I think maybe on your bass line, definitely your low bass or your sub bass, it needs a bit of side chain. So if you're not sure what side chain is, just Google it and how to do it in your music production software. But basically what's happening is your bass line is playing all the time and the kick drum can't push through the bass. So what a side chain does is every time the bass hits, it will duck the volume of your bass line so that the kick comes through nice and strong. Hey Earl, what's up man? I see you there. Yeah, my mouth, sick track, man. It's good. It's got potential. I like how gritty it is, and it's sort of very like aggressive. So I think that's a really cool like direction to take it. Portal gun. Not sure like what that means. I don't know if it's like some I don't know movie or something like that. But yeah, really cool. Guys, this will probably be my last demo review for today. If you really want your demo reviewed today, go to my SoundCloud page, smash the donate button, and I'll stay longer and I'll do a few more demo reviews. Like if you donate, otherwise this will be the last one. Stick around. I'll draw the prize as well after this this review. So let's have a listen, and then let's draw the winner of today's free lesson.
Fucking hoes and popping pillies, man, I feel just like a rock star. All my brothers got that gas and they always be smoking like a rock star. Fucking with me, call up on no pussy and show up in them the shot tops. My homies pull up on your birthday, make that thing go grata-ta-ta. Hey, switch my whip, came back, get back, I'm sorry, saying recipes of vodka.
Nice. I really dig the like deep aggressive bass. It's sort of similar to the last track reviewed. Okay, so I heard some disharmonics there in the bass line, but I think maybe you've used like the unofficial acapella, like you've tried to EQ out the stuff. Maybe I could hear the original bass line bleeding through the vocal, so could be nothing to worry about. If you do have the original acapella, there's something incorrect there with the bass lines. You hear it here. This is super neat, man. Super neat remix. Really, really dig this. Awesome track, man. Really, really good. The only thing I detected was the disharmonics in that section there. So maybe it's from your production, maybe not. I'm not sure. But that's the only thing I could pick up on that sounded a bit funky, a bit strange. I dig that it's like a Post Malone remix, so maybe that would get like copyrighted on the YouTube re-upload, because I don't see Frost in the comments anywhere. So man, if you're listening back to the stream on YouTube, it was a good track. There was some disharmonics in one of the sections here. At about 40 seconds into your track. Yeah, but I loved the intonation of your bass line was really good. It was really sort of, it gave the track, like, it's weird to say because it's such a bass heavy track, but it gave the track some bounce, or like some groove is probably a better word. Gave it some good groove. Yeah, man, really, really nice. Thanks for submitting, man. I remember you submitted once before, so you've improved a lot, man. Really, really nice. Thanks for submitting. Yeah, so for you few peoples that missed out this week, apologies, but I have to sort of end the stream somewhere. So what I'm going to do is this whole stream, off stream, so just over here, I've been taking note of all the tracks that were submitted. We had a total of 24 tracks. So let's do this. Hey Siri, can you pick a number between 1 and 24, please?
A random number between 1 and 24 is 21.
Track 21. Ooh. So it was a recent one. Let's see who was the winner. Yes, it has been a long time submitter and a first time winner. Luck of the draw, and congratulations to Mr. Acrobas. Architect, my friend, you have a free 1 hour session with me, man. So let's chat. Send me a DM on whatever you want to, and we can talk about music production or whatever you like, man. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I see you there. You're still hanging around on YouTube. Twitch, not so much, but if you're still there on Twitch, I still love you. And Facebook, still a few guys there on Facebook. So thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Smash the like button. I do this every week, every Wednesday. So the people that missed out this week, you'll be starting next week. And yeah, go check out my profile, guys, on SoundCloud. I've got a whole bunch of stuff here. I've released track on Spotify. I've got a second signed track that's going to be released next month. We'll talk about that in future streams. But feel free, guys, to join my Discord here. The final link down here. Discord is super, super cool. It's a little online platform I've set up for you guys, and I'm not the only one. Like many DJ producers do this. It's just a little community where everyone, instead of just being in the chat here, we can sort of chat on here. So there's a little introductions thingy where you can sort of tell us, you know, your artist name, where you're born, what like music production software you use, even stupid things like, you know, what's your favorite food, things like that. You know, you never know. Someone might love licorice and you go, oh my God, I love licorice too. By the way, I hate licorice, so ew. But this is the tab that most people utilize here, the self-promotion. So in here, you can post your own SoundCloud tracks. You can post your own Spotify tracks. Anyone who posts in the Spotify tracks, guys, you automatically get added to the community playlist that's on YouTube. So if you're not familiar, go follow the playlist as well, guys. Please do that. Give it some love. Where is it? Here it is. The SMM community playlist. So that's like the Steve Marks Music community playlist. We have a whole bunch of tracks on here. We have 19 tracks. So 19 tracks. We have about 14 artists. So if you are added to the playlist, guys, please follow the playlist. Only 5 of you have so far. I know that I'm one of them. So technically only 4 of you have. Come on, guys, support each other. Yeah, and Discord. What else? Yeah, you can add your Instagram, Spinnin' Records, remix contests, entries, put them up here. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, anything else. My remix competition is closing in 3 days. So if you want to enter into that, go, go, go. The link is here. It'll direct you to a YouTube video. And that's where you can download the stems and also the download here via stems, and then you need to resubmit your remix through that same website here. So the website is here. I'll also link it in the video below. If you're still there in the chat, quickly click on it now to download stems and things like that. There it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I will see you next Wednesday. Yeah, I've run out of beer, so I'm out of here. Thanks so much, guys. See you later.
Очень мало народу, мадам. Очень, беспонтовая музыка. На самом деле, очень плохая музыка.
А зачем вы пришли сюда?
Я думал, намного лучше будет это все. И очень плохая музыка, просто очень плохая музыка. Я думал, намного лучше это все будет. Сколько раз сюда ходил, было намного лучше. Но на этот раз как-то не удалось. Во-первых, народу мало, музыка не очень.
А что за направление?
А?
Что за направление?
Направление? Какое направление?